Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about, well, Disney is at it again. So on Disney Plus, they just erased tons, and I mean tons, of their original series from their platform. But just not no ordinary stuff. The majority of the stuff that they erase are diverse content. Yeah, they're back at that again. So most likely they're probably doing it because either people aren't watching this stuff or they are sending a message to certain people. So either people just aren't watching it and they got rid of it because, hey, what's the point of having it on your platform if nobody's watching it and you're wasting money? Or they're trying to make certain people happy so people will keep Disney Plus. And you know exactly the people I'm talking about. Because this isn't the first time they've gotten rid of a ton of their diverse stuff, and some of their diverse stuff was pretty well written and good, but a lot of the stuff they're getting rid of have only lasted for one season. But one thing that they have gotten rid of is shocking because it's still in production. It hasn't been renewed and it hasn't been canceled, and you can still watch it on Disney Channel. So I don't understand why it's not on Disney Plus. So I've told you before that they've canceled Saturdays and Pretty Freaking Scary. Now, Pretty Freaking Scary was actually all right and everything. It reminds me so much of those older Disney Channel shows. Saturdays, however, I had a hard time getting into the pilot, so I just stopped watching it after that. And it sucks because that was a predominantly black show. As for Pretty Freaking Scary, that was primarily black, but they was also mixed with other stuff. And so it does suck when those shows got canceled. So I was all like, okay, even though they got canceled, at least they're still on Disney Plus where they can build an audience and people can watch it. Well, you can't even do that right now because they just got rid of it and stuff. And so that was just like, dude, it's like the shows weren't that bad. Like, were people just not watching it or something? Because they do have a fan base, but it makes you wonder how many people actually watched. And now, one of the things they got rid of is a cartoon series. Now, I've never seen this because it's a cartoon series, but it's Haley's On It. And this show is that primarily of Asian characters, Hawaiian, Asian, Filipino, Korean, those what those type of characters are in the show. And they also have black characters and stuff like that too. And I'm just kind of I don't understand it. The show ain't even been canceled yet, so why is it not on Disney Plus? There is no longer a Disney Now app. You can't even watch it on that. So if people say miss it on cable television or don't have cable TV no more, how are they now supposed to watch this show? Because Disney does not care. And they've also gotten rid of other programs, like I said before, are also diverse and stuff like that. And there is one show with predominantly white, and they got rid of that. But it's mostly the diverse content they got rid of. So please, do not say that Disney is a champion for diversity because they're not. I have told you before, they are starting to pull back on their diversity stuff because mainly because some of the stuff, some of it, not all of it, isn't written very well, but it is still pretty good and enjoyable and stuff. I believe they're getting rid of it mostly because it's they're seeing that diversifying stuff isn't working for the mainstream audience. And who is the mainstream audience who watches this stuff? White people and stuff. And who's pissed off right now? White people are, because they don't see themselves on TV anymore, and now all they're seeing is all this diverse content. And they're starting to see LGBT representation, and they're not happy about that. It's not all white people, it's just the bigots and everything. And of course, who's fueling this online? The anti-woke mob on YouTube, who is primarily white guys in their 40s and 50s, and they are the most vocal people about diverse content, and they hate it. And so you're starting to see the numbers drop in that of TV ratings. The numbers are starting to drop in that of ticket sales. Like I said before, it's not all just because they're diverse. Sometimes the writing just isn't good, but then there are times when the writing is good and it still gets pulled off. I don't get this crap because Disney's all like, oh no, we're here for diversity, we're here to stay, and blah blah. But then you start to see them pull back on certain things, and you start to hear the chatter because people who work for them are starting to reveal certain things, like Pixar. They literally told them, stop doing autobiographical like movies that are diverse based on like the lives of the directors and writers and stuff who happen to be people of color. And they want more stuff like Inside Out that has to deal with like people who are either white or look white and everything. And you're starting to see that happen now more and more and more. And just like they told the Inside Out 2 people, make that main character less gay. They are literally trying to give a win to that of like the anti-woke mob and everything. And it's just kind of like that shows you they don't care about people of color. It shows you they don't care about people's sexuality, and it shows you they don't care about people's gender. They're just trying to market to what's ever profitable and whatever white people will watch because they are the main goers when it comes to watching this stuff. It is disgusting, especially when you see Disney Channel have a diverse show, and it's kind of like they don't really want to have it. They're just doing it to try to like bring people in, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I've already told you, originally Wizards of Waverly Place was gonna be white because they was looking for a white actress until Selena Gomez landed the role. Same thing with That So Raven. It was supposed to be a white show until Raven Simone actually won that role. And speaking of Wizards and Raven Simone and all that, or Simone and stuff like that, yes, they do got new shows coming out on Disney Channel. I don't see those shows getting canceled anytime soon because they have a huge like contract deal with that of Raven Simone to make new shows. And of course, they have now partnered with Selena Gomez off her big success of becoming what is she, a millionaire or billionaire now? I can't remember which one. And so they're gonna capitalize on that, and so they have, because Beyond Wizards, no, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, or whatever that show is called, is coming out soon, and it's gonna star that of Justin. And of course, David Henry is Italian, and the family is gonna be composed of Hispanics and Italians because that's who Justin was on Wizards of Waverly Place. Also, the lead actress is gonna be black. It makes me wonder, would they actually be all like, you know what, let's just pull this show off the air if it doesn't do well? But I don't see that happening because, you know, they want to get in good with like Selena and stuff because she's one of their main stars from back in the day. And it is very sad that Disney is doing this crap because, speaking of David Henry, I told you before, the dude got arrested a couple of years ago at an airport for having a loaded gun. Yet they're still willing to give him his own show. And Jake T. Austin, who was in the original Wizard show, he is going to guest star in the show, and he was arrested for a hit and run a couple of years ago. And so it's kind of like they don't care if you have a criminal on the show no more, as long as the audience like them from their past show and everything. But yet, now you got all these new shows, which I will never forgive them for canceling, and not only canceling, but pulling off their platform Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion. I liked that show. That show was cool. They never gave that show a chance to build a true audience. They didn't give it a chance to build an audience on Disney Channel, and they didn't give it a chance to grow on Disney Plus. It's just kind of like, what the heck is going on in like today's television stuff? Streaming has now become a curse. Nothing is allowed to grow in audience and stuff. And things do grow in audience over time. Take Star Trek: The Next Generation, the best Star Trek show ever. The first season was crap. And if it was made in a day's time, it would get pulled off the air and never seen again. And that show lasted for 7 seasons. It took them a while, but they found their footing. Same with all the other Star Trek shows and stuff. And nowadays, if something's mediocre or just bad, then they're all like, all right, just pull it and just pretend like it never existed. What is the point in subscribing to all this crap if they're just gonna do this crap to people? It is so irritating and everything. And now, like, they're cracking down on their password sharing, and so they must be losing money. So now they're trying to get their money back some way or another. And of course, if they can pull, see, this is another reason why they're doing it. David the Devil Zaslav from HBO Max. He started this whole thing to where if a project is halfway done, you can pull it and everything and cancel it and get your money back and some type of tax write-off type thing. If your television show don't do well on your platform, you can erase it off your platform and get some money back for it around tax season. Disney Plus started doing this. Hulu started doing this. And, all they have to say is, well, hey, look, here's a show that only lasted for 1 season, didn't do too well, and we decided, what's the point of having it on Disney Plus? Let's just pull it and hope we can get some money off it and everything. I hate these people in suits, man. It's just like, they're not giving people nothing. And, pretty freaking pretty freaking scary and Saturdays, that was a chance for like young black kids to see themselves on television and stuff, and Disney just robbed them of that. And of course, the Asian representation and Pacific Islander representation in that Haley show and stuff. And they pulled it from their platform, but it's still on Disney Channel for now. I say for now, because you just don't know with Disney Channel. Ugh. Like, seriously, man. This stuff just irritates me so much because they pretend that they like you and everything. They pretend that they're doing stuff for you when really they're really just doing it for like whoever has the biggest like piggy bank and everything. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.